All Might, the symbol of peace, the savior of worlds, and the king of merch? I was trying to figure out how much UAI would have to pay All Might to be a teacher. But then I started trying to figure out how much All Might was worth in general. And then just his merch alone led me down a rabbit hole so big that I am now just going to have to make a video about how much All Might makes off of his merch. Because if I have to suffer, you guys have to suffer with me. So where do we start, I hear you say? Oh, I know. How about we work our way through 8 seasons of All Might merch? Because I know that if I missed a single frame that showed All Might's dirty left sock, I was going to get ended in the comments. But I think I managed to find everything that he has ever sold in the show. And now we can go through it together, bearing in mind this was 3 days of my life. And it's not even close to all of it, but it gets the point across. So let's go through some episodes and see what we can find. Speedrun style. Episode 1, 2 medium All Might posters. 1 All Might Golden Age action figure. Episode 4, 3 medium All Might posters. Episode 27, ripped All Might poster, medium Golden Age. Episode 50, All Might mask, tiny framed All Might pictures. 3 All Might posters, framed All Might poster, All Might banner, All Might Silver Age action figure, 3 different sizes. 1 All Might Golden Age figure, 1 All Might head, tiny All Might figure. Episode 51, All Might yellow plaid suit figurine, All Might Golden Age figure, All Might Silver Age figure, tiny All Might Golden Age figure, All Might Golden Age poster, All Might picture, Golden Age, All Might head, small and large versions, 5 All Might posters, small, 1 large All Might poster, 3 medium All Might posters, 1 small to medium sized poster. Episode 65, massive All Might poster, All Might bobblehead, All Might bed sheets, All Might curtains. Episode 66, All Might Golden Age Funko Pop, All Might Silver Age action figure, All Might Golden Age cardboard cutout, All Might Golden Age banner, 10th anniversary All Might Golden Age poster, not publicly available for purchase, All Might Golden Age poster, All Might canvas frame line work poster. Episode 101, All Might keychain. Episode 129, All Might plushie. Others / My Hero Vigilantes. All Might card collectibles. All Might hoodie collection. 14 hoodies, missing Silver Age All Might hoodie. All Might mugs, All Might Silver Age figurine, All Might Golden Age figurine, 2 All Might posters, and an All Might framed picture. Whew, I hope you enjoyed that. And some of you big-brained viewers might have noticed that there are a lot of duplicates in this list. But don't you worry, because I went through and sorted it all out. So let's see what the final lists of products came to. And I'm taking an assumption here that the posters and the figurines come in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large, based off of the pictures and seeing them coming in different sizes. So in total, we have 48 different posters, 3 framed posters, 2 All Might banners, 15 figurines, 12 All Might heads, 2 bobbleheads, 4 collectibles, 14 hoodies, 4 home goods, aka the curtains, 8 to 26 All Might books, and 2 miscellaneous items. So from what we see in the show, we have about 114 different All Might products. Oh boy, when I started this, I did not think it would take that long or be as many. And after finishing my list, I realized that I had made a fatal mistake. How was I going to figure out how to price all of this merch? Like, I could use a general estimate using real life merch, but we don't know if All Might made his merch cheaper so more people could buy it because he's such a nice guy, or made it more expensive so he can make more money. But just as I was about to call it quits on this stupid video, I found the golden ticket. And when I tell you I was jumping around my house with so much joy, it came from a moment in the show that was actually about Endeavor, not All Might. And it's when Hawks has his flashback and gets given an Endeavor plushie by his mum in his childhood. And in the background of this single frame in 8 seasons of My Hero Academia, we see this All Might plushie with a sign that says 3,000 3,000 yen. I am so glad the animators put this in because it is literally one frame and then they blur it out. So now we have a price we can work off. So what I did was find the price of an All Might plushie in real life and then divide it by the 3,000 yen so we can use the percentage change to figure out the cost of all of the other merch in the show. And I tried to find the cheapest options for everything because there are some plushies, etc. that cost way too much for what I'm concerned. And in the end, an All Might plushie is about $25 and 3,000 yen is about $18.6. So in My Hero Academia, the price of All Might merch is about 3/4 the price of real life All Might merch. So now that we have that conversion, we can go through and get an average price for all the merch. And I won't bore you with all of those numbers, but we get an average cost per unit of $22.66. So if we multiply that by the 3/4%, we get in universe, the average price of a piece of All Might merch is about $16.9. Whew. So now that we have that, we need to figure out how much of this stuff All Might is selling a year. And we know that All Might is known across the globe as the greatest hero alive. And I would estimate his reach is the same as Michael Jackson in his prime, with at least 50% of the globe knowing who All Might is. However, he also has public admiration and heroic feats behind him as well. So the number could be even higher than 50%. But 50% feels reasonable for what we're trying to do here. So My Hero takes place around 2,100, and we can estimate the population using the Worldometer population tracker, and we get about 10 billion people in the world when All Might exists. So if we use 50% of that, roughly 5 billion people know All Might exists. So with that in mind, we can use a brand with similar numbers to get an estimate of the units sold. And I went with one of the most global brands out there in a similar category to All Might, and that's Mickey Mouse, baby. So according to the data, 98% of children 3 to 11 worldwide know who Mickey Mouse is. I mean, it seems a little far-fetched, but that's what the data says. And currently, today, there are 2 billion children aged under 14 with the Mickey Mouse brand selling in the range of 500 million units of product a year. So that means for every child on Earth 14 and under, they buy 0.25 Mickey Mouse products a year. I think All Might is pretty close to that level, if not higher, but he also has a large fan base among adults. But we gotta remember, adults tend to buy less merch than kids across all brands. So if we add 0.1 products per year for the adults, it brings us to 0.35 All Might products per year per people that know him. So now if we multiply the population that knows All Might by those numbers, we get 2 billion kids at 0.25, which is 500 million products per year just for kids, and then 3 billion adults at 0.1, we get 300 million products per year for the adults. So 800 million products per year sold in All Might merch. So now we can finally figure out the final prices. So if we take the $16.9 that we averaged earlier and times that by 800 million products sold, All Might merch generates 13.52 billion a year in revenue. But we got to remember that is the revenue number. So depending on profit margins and agreements and rights, All Might is looking at about 6 billion a year in actual earnings, which is still absolutely absurd. And let's not forget, All Might has been the #1 hero for at least 30 years. So over All Might's entire career, he has probably made somewhere in the region of $180 billion off of his merchandise. No wonder he does the hero work stuff for free. He's rolling in it. Anyway, just had to get that off my chest. That is all I've got for you today. Subscribe and goodbye.